So I choose Rocket Science 2007. From the question, what I've got is, what challenges do the main character face in developing their speaking ability or voice? Hal Hefner's struggle is a physical manifestation of an internal war. His stutter is a wall that stands between his thoughts and the world. In the film, you see the physical toll this takes, the way his face contorts, the way he loses his breath, and the heavy silences that feel like they last an eternity. But the deeper challenge is the erasure of his identity. Because Hall cannot speak fluently, his peers and even his family treat him as if he has nothing to say. He is faced with a high school environment that prizes spreading, fast talking, which makes him feel like a failure before he even opens his mouth. He faces the challenge of the invisible self, the person he is inside, witty, observant, and thoughtful of his side, is completely hidden behind a voice that won't cooperate. This leads to a profound sense of isolation where his primary challenge isn't just a speech impediment but the belief that his voice doesn't have a right to exist in a public space. Second question, how do those challenges relate to your own experience in learning to speak English? Watching Hall is like looking into a mirror for anyone who has struggled to speak English in a high-pressure environment. There is a specific kind of intellectual humiliation that happens when you are an adult or a teenager with complex ideas, but you have the vocabulary of a child. When I learn English, I often feel like Hall standing at that debate podium. I know exactly what I want to say. I have the perfect argument in my head, but the moment I try to translate it, I hit a mental block. It's not just about grammar. It's the fear of the long pause. In a conversation, a 3-second silence feels like a minute. You see the people's eyes wander, or they try to finish your sentence for you, just like they do to Hall. That feeling of being less than because you can find the word refrigerator or unprecedented is the same shame Hall feels when he can get out of a simple hello. We both share the struggle of being trapped inside a language that isn't big enough to hold all our true personalities yet. For the third question, what strategies, mindset, or support system help the character improve or gain confidence? Hal doesn't find a miracle, he finds workarounds. One of the most powerful strategies he uses is dirty talk. When he realizes he can't say a word normally, he tries to sing it or use his own accent. This is a profound lesson in cognitive flexibility. He learns that if the front door is locked, he has to climb through the window. His mindset also shifts from seeking approval to seeking agency. Initially, he joins the debate team to please Ginny, his support system or crush. But when that support system betrays him, he discovers a spiteful kind of confidence. He realizes he doesn't need a coach or a girl to give him permission to speak. His support system eventually becomes a small, ragtag group of outsiders who don't judge him for his stutter. This teaches us that confidence often comes from finding a safe space where the fear of judgment is removed, allowing the speaker to focus on the message rather than the mechanics of the tongue. For the last question, What lessons or motivation do you take? Do I take from the movie to help you grow as a speaker? So the most liberating lesson from rocket science is that fluency is a myth, but communication is a choice. The movie doesn't end with Hall becoming a world-class orator with perfect speech. It ends with him, he's still stuttering, but no longer being afraid of it. This is incredibly motivating for my journey in English. It teaches me that I don't need to wait until my accent is perfect or maybe my grammar is flawless to start speaking. The motivation comes from realizing that the struggle is the point. Every time Hall stands at that podium and fights for a sentence, he is more eloquent than the people who speak fast but say nothing. The movie motivates me to embrace the awkwardness of learning English. It reminds me that my value as a speaker isn't measured by how smooth I sound, but by the courage it takes to keep talking when I want to hide. It is a reminder that we should stop apologizing for our stutters, whether they are physical or linguistic, and just focus on the truth of what we are trying to say.